Well, it looks like Trisha got what she wanted, but I'm pretty sure that this isn't the end of her journey with Reddit.
Hey Shelby Bells, it's Shelby. Welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for tuning in for another video. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name's Shelby. I'm the crazy cat lady of the drama community here on YouTube. I bring you the tea 7 days a week with the help of my investigative research team, Mr. and Miss Kitty. Miss Kitty is the brains around here and Mr. Kitty is the face, which sometimes means that he brings us a little bit of clickbait. It's easy to forgive him because he's so cute. So if you like cats and you like tea, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. Don't forget that all Shelby Bells ring the bell.
Okay, so hello. I'm filming on a day that I don't normally film. I have to work in a few hours, but I'm feeling a little motivated, so I'm deciding to go with it. Hey, Naz! The cats actually are the ones that were like, Shelby, get on Instagram. And they're like, Mom, get on Instagram. And so I got on Instagram and they like had to show me that Spill Some Tea With Me posted that the Trishyland Wifeys Reddit got banned from Reddit. And that's major news because, as you guys know, or if you aren't caught up on this tea, I'll tell you, Trisha Paytas is actually working on a documentary, which I was asked to be a part of, to kind of in her attempt to get the subreddit taken down. So it looks like her wishes have been fulfilled. The documentary is not out yet. I was actually asked to be a part of this documentary by the person who is producing it, Mike Klum from Klum Creative, and he ended up having to postpone our meeting to be a part of the documentary, to which I have just decided to not partake in it anymore. So I'm just not going to be responding to any more of his correspondence to me, because I don't really want to be a part of it. I never was a part of the Reddit community as far as Trisha Paytas goes, or really anything, and I just didn't really see what use they could have of me for this documentary. It didn't really make a lot of sense with the direction they were taking it. When they asked me to be a part of the documentary to begin with, it was supposed to be about several different creators and their controversial creators, right? So it was supposed to be about what I was told, James Charles, Kanye West, and Trisha Paytas. So I don't really see what use I could be anymore in this documentary, especially now that the Reddit's been taken down. So I am probably definitely not going to take part in it anymore. But yeah, this has caused a lot of drama, you guys. Trisha got what she wanted. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing with that. So I'm not even ever sure I actually went on to the Trishyland Wifeys Reddit, because that's how little I go on Reddit. I don't see it as an accurate place to get information for like my videos and all that stuff. I just don't see it as that, because I feel like there's a lot of hate on there. I have gone to the Beauty Guru Chatter Reddit. I've been to that one a couple times, and you know, I've seen some things they've said on there. It's kind of crazy. Like I've actually seen my name on some of these Reddit posts before, and I've been like, wow, this is weird. But anyway, because I'm like such a small creator, but it just goes to show that like everyone is being talked about. Like if you are in this community and have a channel at all, like someone's gonna mention you. This is a big deal. I had gone on to the Trishyland Reddit a couple times, but I never posted onto the Trishyland Reddit because first of all, I just don't care. Like you guys, I make drama videos, but I'm not one of these people that's like obsessed with the drama. And I think that's a very big misconception about drama channels, is that we are just so obsessed with these people that we talk about. Like honestly, girl, I could care less. I just do this as like my like gig into YouTube, right? So I talk about this drama because it's like, I like to entertain people. I feel like I'm very opinionated, and it's just kind of like a good fit for me on YouTube, as long as it doesn't compromise my peace or my morals or whatever, which it had a little bit in the past. I feel like, you know, it's kind of a good space for me because I am so opinionated. But I never really just got into like, you know, deep diving into anything. If you guys notice, I don't ever do any deep dive videos. I don't do any like extensively researched things. It's just about stuff that I hear that I want to kiki with you guys about, right? Because I just frankly don't care. And like that much, you know, like I think it's like interesting, like chisme, like the tea, like the drama, but I don't like live for it. It's not like I live and breathe and bleed drama all the time. I just don't. Actually, in my personal life, I try to keep my drama to an absolute minimum. So I went on a Trishyland a couple times. I never posted on it, but I do remember the things that I saw, and the reason I decided not to really go back to it is that they were really nasty. And so in a way, I know that Trisha was like really wanting to get this subreddit taken down because it was there was a lot of harassment going on, and there was a lot of crappy stuff happening, people saying things about her and stuff like that just were crossing the line. I feel like, and I've made a video about this in the past, so I'm happy for her that she got it taken down if that's what she so desired for her peace, right? Because I never want anybody to sit here and just be like, you know, feeling a certain way because of the internet, right? Like I feel like, you know, there's a difference between I kind of like to call it the ecosystem here on YouTube, right? So I feel like the ecosystem here on YouTube is these big creators. They are a little bit problematic. They cause the drama channels to talk about them, which further increases people's interest in looking them up and watching their content, which further increases their views, and their names bring us views. So it's kind of like part of the ecosystem here on YouTube, right? But when it goes to Reddit and all these other like, you know, forums out there, because it's not just Reddit, there's other like kind of nasty forums that are lesser known too. I feel like, you know, what I saw and witnessed on there was that people took it to another level. And mind you, my experience on there is not very much, because what I saw, I just didn't like, and that showed me that I don't want to go back there. So I really hadn't gone back there for much. And I think, you know what, I'm trying to think if I ever even went to the Trishyland Wifeys Reddit. I mean, now that I think about, maybe when it first came out, maybe I went on there just to scroll and just see. But like I said, I wasn't active on there. I wasn't a member of either one. I didn't post on either one ever, and I don't even think I replied or anything. I think that you have to be a member to do all that anyway, and I never was a member, so I don't know. If this is what Trisha was really wanting, and if this is going to bring her peace and you know, provide her some sort of ability to move forward and move in a more positive direction with her life and her healing and everything, then great. But what I think that's important for Trisha to realize is that she has made her career on YouTube out of, you know, trolling, out of, you know, doing these extreme things. I mean, when you think about toilet paper in the butt, you know, that Twitter post, and then you think about, you know, just the offensive things that she said about all these marginalized communities, the phase where she was trying to figure out her religion, which, by the way, I support her going on a spiritual journey and figuring out her beliefs and everything. I feel like putting that all on the internet was a little bit in bad taste. I feel like, if I'm just being completely honest, I feel like that's more of a private thing that you should keep to yourself. That whole thing, you know, all of her comments and stuff that she's made about Jewish people, people with disabilities, you know, there's so many different marginalized communities over the years that Trisha Paytas has trolled and come for. It's just a lot. And then not only that, but just, you know, just the whole situation that came out last year, which, you know, I was doing some reflecting and watching like some old videos I had posted about Trisha, because, you know, it's been a while that I've been talking about her, and I have literally over 100 videos about her. And I was like, you know what, let me go back and see like what exactly was it, because I do remember at a certain point in time, I wasn't like not for Trisha. I was like relatively neutral / leaning towards Trisha Paytas' side, and that was when she was on Frenemies. In the beginning of the demise of Frenemies, I actually was kind of leaning, you know, I was in favor of Trisha for a while. But I think what really like flipped me and just made me lose whatever kind of appeal she had to me, I think what it was the whole situation with Moses and his ex-girlfriend and the allegations against Moses, and whether they're true or not true, I just truly believe that you should believe victims, and that you should, you know, at least look into what a victim has to say. And that whole, I was watching a video that I had made, and it was just about basically the demise of frenemies when it actually happened, and the text exchange between between Trisha and Ethan and Hila, and and that whole thing. And I read all of that on that video, and she really does. And I get that that's her husband, or at the time fiance, and she loves him and she doesn't believe he could do anything bad. And I'm not here to say whether he did or didn't do what he was accused of in the past. I'm not here to say that. But what I'm here to say is that I feel like she should have not so blindly defended him, and maybe should have given a voice, or given like some sort of respect to these people that were coming out and saying things against him. And just, maybe we do a little bit more research into finding out, because I just don't believe that we should make anybody who's a victim potentially of these things, I can't say on YouTube or I'll get demonetized. I don't feel like we should try to make them feel like their voice isn't matter, or like if they say something it's not going to amount to anything. I feel like it's hard and challenging enough to speak up as a victim, and I feel like we should listen when they say stuff, and not just write them off or shrug them off or tell them we don't believe them or whatever. We should at least listen and have respect for what they're saying. And I get that that was her fiance and all of this, and she has loyalties and all of that, but at the same time, it's just, like, you preach about hearing victims because you've been a victim, but now when there is somebody saying they're a victim coming forward, you're just completely writing them off. And you guys will never truly know the situation with all that. I also know that in the public eye, there are people that will say and do anything to get attention, and there are people that will say and do things to try and knock people that they have maybe had a falling out with in the past. If they get some sort of recognition and attention and fame, there are people out there that will make up things to tear them down. I also know that's true, but I'm just saying that I feel like in that situation where Trisha went wrong and where Trisha lost a lot of people permanently is by not hearing out and listening to this victim, and or this alleged victim. I'm going to say alleged because we don't know which way it was, right? Anyway, the Trishyland Wifeys subreddit has been taken down. I don't think it's going to be long before a third Reddit's going to pop up. I just don't, just given the nature of how quickly they had made another subreddit from the Trishyland to the Trishyland Wifeys or whatever it's called. I don't think that there will be a very long period of time before a new one is made. So I just feel like this is a battle that Trisha's going to have to fight, honestly, for the rest of her career on YouTube / life, because she has just put in so many years of offending people for views and trolling people for views. And yeah, like it made her a lot of money. It got her a lot of fame. It got her a lot of attention. A lot of opportunities came from that nasty behavior. But now she's having to deal with it. And now I feel like she is kind of just wanting it all to go away now because she's in the next phase of her life. So stop with it. We're done with the game. I'm done playing, you guys. The game's over. But the world isn't going to see it like that. The world is going to hold you accountable for this, for you know how people on the internet are. That's all I'm saying. They're going to hold it to you forever. So I don't know. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about the Trishyland Wifeys subreddit being taken down. I'd love to hear from you. And that's going to be it for today's video, you guys. If you did enjoy it, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel down below. Don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified of all my future videos when they do post. Remember that all Shelby bells ring the bell. And yeah, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, YouTube should be suggesting a couple more down here for you to choose from. So I'd love it if you did that. Aside from that, I'll see you in the next video. Right, miss? Bye, guys.